In reference to Propp's character type theory, the antagonist of a film binary opposes the protagonist. Furthermore, it is suggested the more violence or hideous exposure the antagonist adopts within the narrative, the more empathy the audience has towards the protagonist. Although not representing a specific social group as a result of the artificial and fictitious appearance of the antagonist, the representation of the clown could compare to the Joker from the Batman trilogy and Big Daddy from The Purge Anarchy. The analogy becomes suitable as all three antagonists are portrayed as middle-aged males of a B socioeconomic group. Correspondingly, as a result of their dominating role within the film and the older age of each of their portrayals, they would suitably associate with the resigned psychographic grouping. Without the makeup facade for the clown and the Joker, or with the absence of sunglasses and the USA leadership cap, it's evident that the antagonists would be clear citizens of modern-day society. Furthermore, the makeup adaptation I reproduced from Tina Kosnick's initial idea could be said to correspond to the work completed by John Caglione for his expression of the Joker. Both makeup comparisons use contrasting colours to reflect the bipolar nature the two antagonists have. The darker colours that appear around the eyes of the clown is conventional for the horror and psychological thriller films, as it produces a hidden identity. This reinforces Barth's Enigma Code theory, as the audience become questionable as to who is the man behind the mask. Similarly, the clown's costume suggests normality of a 21st century rural setting. The smarter attire, of which connotes a similarity to a farmer owner, suggests a higher status, though still present within a rural location. Correspondingly, the suit worn by the Joker adopts a higher businessman status. In comparison to this, the restraint experienced by the protagonist was suitably equate to the socio-economic grouping of the clown and how the male gender is perceived to dominate women of a lower class to themselves. The addition of makeup and weaponry used for the antagonist's representation allows physical iconography to distance the character from relatable socio-economic groupings, thus becoming more of a fictional orientation for their genre. When representing the leading female protagonist, I conform to a stereotype. The protagonist is conventional of females in genre due to her weak portrayal as a victim being repressed by the male gender. In this way, my representation of the female character, although not sexually presented throughout the opening sequence, is evident to conform to Laura Mulvey's male gaze theory. This is due to her being haunted by the male clown, whilst her mind is being manipulated by the leading male antagonist, Tory Jackson, who is not visible within the opening sequence. As the protagonist's husband passed away 3 years prior, it illustrates her character to be further repressed at the fault of the male gender. This is due to her character having an evident drug consumption issue where her husband's death caused her to develop chronic depression. Furthermore, she is the evident victim due to her being taunted by the male gender and being threatened physically through the form of recurring knife iconography. The widowed protagonist's mid-40s representation appears an anti-stereotype if we presume the stereotype for women in their mid-40s is to be married with children. With reference to the socio-economic group I have represented through my leading protagonist, I've established a character who associates with the band B and C1 group as a result of her teaching career. As the leading protagonist is a science teacher from middle school, we can assume she would earn a salary between $22,000 and $33,000 based on the rural location being outside of inner London and not set within a town where she's located habitually. Correspondingly, the addition of makeup giving a tired appearance and the stereotypical mise-en-scene elements all signify that the protagonist is representative of the mainstreamer and struggler psychographic groups.